Okay, so today we're going to show you some abdominal exercises, the beginning way to a more advanced way. The important thing to know is your body after a while will get used to an exercise, so it's important to keep intensifying it and changing it as you'll suffer from something called plateau, and that's where your body stops improving. So basically today I've showed you abdominal exercises from the beginner, and then I put a more advanced touch on it, something for you to try when you get more confident and your core strength gets even better. So when you start your abdominal workouts, I tend to do the kickouts where I sit on a bench and I have my gluteus maximus to the end of the bench, and all I do is I just kick out nice and easy back and forward, keeping my feet in line with my chest, and that really just eases your muscles, loosens them before you start your abdominal workout, okay? So nice and easy back and forward. Another warm-up exercise that I do for my abdominals is I call them kick-ups, and basically all you're doing is you're keeping your gluteus maximus off the floor at all times, and you're kicking as high as possible, up, high, high, and you're never letting that muscle rest. You're always working that muscle, and I personally find that it helps me loosen up and warm up so I can carry on with my exercises and finish off my abdominal circuits. So with the normal ab crunch, I've started with so your back's all the way on the floor and then you're coming up halfway, all the way down. Then I've changed it where my feet are up slightly, and if you notice, my shoulder blades are never touching the floor, so it's always constantly working your top abdominals up and down, up and down. And finally, you get someone to hold your feet and you use all your abdominal strength to come all the way up yourself without holding anything. So using all your strength to come up and down, all the way up and all the way down. And that is a little more advanced. So one of my favourite exercises that's known as the Van Damme exercise is the knee raise, where you hold yourself up and you put your knees in to the top of your chest and back down. Now if you notice, my body is always straight. It doesn't swing, it's always straight. So I'm putting my knees in and coming all the way down. This is lower abdominal. As you can see in my advanced way, I put a weight in between my feet. Doesn't really matter what weight it is, whatever you're comfortable with to keep your technique. And I've raised with the weight and down. That also will benefit your abdominal muscles, will make it stronger and thicker. What you'll notice here is, when you're doing the leg raise, when it comes down, nothing is happening, you're rested. So what I do is, I put the leg slightly over the bar, slightly under, and what is this is never resting the abdominal muscle, so you're always continuously working it. And then I've added a weight, so for later on, when you feel more comfortable and you're stronger, you can add a weight to it. Same with the knee raise, I've put a weight in between my feet and I'm knee raising up with the weight, which is a lot more difficult, but can advance your abdominal muscle, give it a lot more bulk and strength. Okay, so with the plank, obviously you start off as I've done on the floor, holding for as long as you can, usually you aim to about a minute, and then I've advanced it onto the ball. And the ball's a lot harder because you've got to try and keep your body all stable, which is dependent on your core strength. And then my final one is something that you'll need to have good upper body strength, where I've held myself up and I've put my legs straight out, all my body straight, and that is continuously working the abdominal muscles. Very, very hard, but also very beneficial. So then I use the ab roller. Now, as you can see at the beginning, I extend all the way out and all the way in, and that's good because it's doing all the muscle. And then if you're going to work the lower muscle a little bit more, I extend it out and then only came in a short space, out and in, really short. That's really working your lower abs. And then the final one I did, which for me, it's took me a long time to learn, is where I stood and then came out. It's all about your core strength. And always remembering to keep your arms straight. Keep your arms straight when you're doing this exercise, it'll benefit you more. Okay, so if you want to intensify the crisscross, as I showed you, I hung myself up, and that is dependent on good upper body strength though, and good core strength, because as you'll see, there's no movement, my legs are straight out, and I'm able to do the exercise while hanging in the air. This is a very, very hard exercise to do. Like I said, build up body strength and core strength, and you'll be able to do that exercise. So basically what I've showed you today is going from 0 to 100 real quick.